Hi, Katie. Hey, Miss Agnes, how you doing? Oh, she's still joining. Mm-hmm. Are you able to hear me, Katie? Hey, Miss Agnes.
Hi, how are you? I just
I'm good.
my dogs are going crazy
I can't hear
on
them,
the
so don't worry.
okay, good. No, it
I
was
don't
the
hear anything.
boat. It was the boat going by, and they were nuts.
Oh,
My
okay, okay,
my
okay.
vicious 20 pounds.
They think they're a match for a boat.
Oh, please look. This is my vicious. Come here, you crazy. Let's see. Come see. Hi. See,
Oh my
this is the vicious
goodness.
20 pounds of a dog.
Look
And
how
it,
sweet.
I have a
Oh,
King Charles Cavalier, so they not they like the most biggest companion dogs that you can have.
oh my gosh, so
And you are just a
adorable.
vicious, like somebody will think. And you are just the biggest goon boy. See, this is the
Adorable.
second one. Yes,
Oh,
yes. You just
look how cute.
you just the biggest lover boy. Yes.
They
All
look
right,
so
come on.
cuddly.
Yes. They are the dogs with no personal space.
Oh, they don't believe in personal space.
Oh no, no, no. They 24 hours attached to your hip,
I love
which
it.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Right. Take all the snuggles you can get.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
giving it a few minutes to see if anyone else is gonna try to hop on before we get rolling. How's your week
I'm not
been going?
I'm not gonna lie. I am
Mm.
sore from yesterday. I
You
don't know what,
sore?
I think the different squats, it's like my muscles like on my bottom.
Yay, that's what we want to hear.
So I
This
was
is
like,
this is
I
good
really
news.
had to push today, this morning, like to
Mm-hmm.
drag myself to go to the gym. Yeah.
Yes, good. That means things are happening.
Yes, yes, no,
You can
definitely. It's no
you
pain,
can feel
no gain.
no pain, no
But
gain.
but it's
Exactly.
just funny because it's like usually it's like a little bit like it's sore, but I can usually like walk around like the lactic acid, like
Mm-hmm.
today,
Right,
and I'm
right,
like,
right.
can these dogs walk themselves around the backyard? Do I have to walk?
I know, I know. Well, I love that. And then you have no choice but to keep moving because
Yeah.
of the dog. So at least that I'm sure your recovery is better than what it would have been if you had not done anything. So
Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna play
yeah.
tennis, so it's definitely the lactic acid gonna be a little bit released, which is good.
Yes,
The worst
yes,
is to sit
yes.
down and don't move.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Miss Katie, how are you?
Good. I didn't hit the
Uh,
open button. I was like, why is it not recording?
oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I can see you and I can hear you now. So I mean, we're 4 minutes in, so I think maybe it's just us this evening. The thing is, when people try to hop in after I start sharing my screen, I can't see who's in the waiting room. So I'm trying to make sure that, oh, look, there's someone's coming in. Make sure that we give it enough time to get everybody in. But I'm not gonna wait too much longer. I'm gonna go ahead and get started so I can let you guys get on with your evening. Miss Naomi, is that you?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, yes, ma'am. I can hear you. How you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and hopefully this is all of us for this evening. So this is our midweek Q&A. Lots of opportunities to ask questions about nutrition. We're gonna get into the presentation. Can you guys see my screen? Oh, we're way at the end. Let's just go to the beginning. Can you guys
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, perfect. All right, so for the ground rules, let everyone know every week it's always the same. If you have to leave, you can ask your question and skip ahead. We're all adults. I'm going to be moving things along, so if I interrupt, it's coming from a good place. Just want to make sure that we maximize our time here and it doesn't get drawn out too long because we all have things to get to. If you don't have a good idea of the program or your question might take 3 or more minutes, please wait until the end. And if anyone wants to wait, afterwards to hear what the question is and what the answers are, and they can listen in. So to get started, for fitness, we already know that our goal is 3 to 5 hours of intentional activity. That means 3 sessions and 2 homework assignments. If you're a prestige athlete, then you already know that that homework could be 30 minutes of something that you do on your own time, or it could be coming to 1 or 2 extra sessions at the gym at no cost to you. All right, so question number 1 is, do you have your 2 homework assignments planned? Miss Agnes, I'll start with you. Let me know if you have them planned and what they are.
Tennis tomorrow, and I'm gonna run on Saturday.
Saturday, you're gonna run?
Yeah. That's my
Okay, and
running
then
days
tennis
right now.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then what about you, Miss Katie? What do you have your 2 homework assignments planned?
Yeah, well, it's already on there, so to run
Mm-hmm.
on Thursday, and I'm gonna do that on Saturday as well. But I'm gonna do the treadmill, I think, on Saturday, trying to run on it.
Okay.
Because I'll
And
be at
then
work, there's a gym there.
you'll be at work. Oh, there's a gym at your work.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So Sunday and I'm sorry. Did you say
Thursday,
Saturday?
Saturday.
Thursday and Saturday. Okay, perfect. So tomorrow is gonna be your first one.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna do the 30-30?
Maybe.
Have you tried the 30-30
See, I'm
yet?
trying to. Well, right now I need to know that I don't know if I haven't ran in so long, so I'm like
Okay.
kind of like I have to get some running shoes and like yeah. So I'm like
Okay.
I'm a little just nervous about like the run itself. So I'm gonna start slow and just jog because I walk all the time.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. No, that's good.
I
Jog
walk
is
all the time
fine.
with the dogs, but I can't jog
Hmm.
them or they'll be like
Right.
bring me down.
They're like, what's going on?
They're
The
yeah
sky is falling.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the 30-30, you can jog. You don't have to like all out run it, but jog for 30 seconds, walk for 30 seconds, jog for 30 seconds, walk for 30 seconds. So it's a little bit like a intro to running again. So I would suggest giving it a try and just see how it feels. The hardest part is trying it that first time, and you might be surprised. You might surprise yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
I
And
mean,
then let me what's that?
I'm gonna try it, but yeah.
Yeah, just give it a try and then we'll talk about it. We'll see what's gonna work the best. So you said, okay, you got Thursday and Saturday. So perfect. Tomorrow's the first day. And then Miss Naomi, what about you? You have your homework assignments planned?
Yep, I'm running 30-30s Thursdays and Sundays, so the days that I'm not in the class. And then I try to do actually a little walk too on the days that I don't have anything planned, just because it's been able to keep me like consistent. But I really do like the 30-30s because it keeps the whole process of being on a treadmill a little bit more entertaining, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. True, true.
It's been good.
Okay. Very good, very good. Yeah, the treadmill is so well, you either love it or you don't. It's not my favorite, so having the opportunity to change it up, that does help. All right, so this is the little spiel on becoming a prestige athlete. I mentioned it already, the fact that you can do homework assignments at the gym. So we have our strength classes, you guys know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then in between on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's more of a cardio workout. We implement weights, it's interval training, and of course, there's the group setting there. So just as much fun as you have in the group setting of the strength workouts, you get that with a little bit more of an elevated heart rate and the cardio aspect. So that's a 45-minute class, just like all the others. It's twice a week. Throughout the day, the only time slot that doesn't exist for those two classes is the 9:15. So it's going to be 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 5:15 p.m., 6:15 p.m. And you can gain access to those extra sessions if you have two of your essential supplements on subscription. So if you're getting supplements anyway, you place them on subscription, you get a discount through Prestige Lab just by having that subscription. And then you also gain access to unlimited sessions and other perks. So that is that. We're going to move on to nutrition. So the goal for nutrition is to follow your plan. I let everybody know in the beginning, rule number 1, if it's not on the plan, don't eat it. Rule number 2, only pick things from the plan that you like. So with that being said, this is how we find the plan. I think everybody here already knows how to find the plan, but if you don't, that fork and knife icon in the bottom right corner, go to meal strategy and click the link there. Oh, I should make that part a quiz. Miss Katie, the nutrition guideline. So for your dinner macros look a certain way. Right off the top of your head, do you know what that breakdown looks like? So what the macros on your plate should look like for dinner?
Protein, fat, and vegetable.
Yes, ma'am. Very good. And then Miss Naomi, what about for lunch? What does that look like?
Sorry, I was on mute. Protein, carb, and vegetable.
Yep. And then Miss Agnes, finish it out with breakfast, please.
Protein, veggie, and carb.
Yep. So breakfast and lunch are the same. And then do we know what the snack requirements are?
Half a serving of the protein.
Half a serving of the protein. Or Miss Naomi, do you know what the other option is if it's not half a serving from your protein list?
Protein shake.
Yes, ma'am. So we're gonna either do a protein shake, at least 20 grams of protein. 30 is solid. It is a moderate amount to where it doesn't really mess with your stomach for people who might be sensitive. But it's also like a good decent amount to help get to that protein goal and maybe even exceed it. So as long as everybody is clear on what those plates look like and what our meals and our snacks look like, we're gonna move forward. All right. You can also find everything under that featured tab in the Bamboo Facebook group. So recipes, meal plans, pretty much any tool that you need, you can find it under that featured tab under the nutrition assets. So there's protein treats, there's travel hacks, there's the different phases. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 and 4, and then bunch of other things, fast food options, meal prep hacks. So make sure if you're having any challenges or you need some inspiration, make sure you utilize that in the Facebook group. Go to those nutrition assets and just scan through, find out, what do they say? Take the meat and leave the bones. So whatever applies to what need you have, then you are likely to find some helpful advice under those nutrition assets. So question number 2 is, have you been sticking to your meal plan 80% of the time? Miss Agnes, I'll start with you. How's compliance been this week?
This week was a little challenging, so I said it's 80%.
Okay, you're at 80 this week?
Yeah.
What's been going on? I'm just curious.
No, it's just a lot of like when my husband travels, it's so many moving parts that
Mm-hmm.
it's like, like I, like I, I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know what I'm questioning right now, but I don't like the protein powder. So I just grabbed the like a granola, like the protein bar.
Mm-hmm.
That it's 20 grams of protein, it's 2 net carbs and 0 sugar. So I just
Okay.
had that, so that was my question for today. That was the biggest thing, and I just, sometimes, it just you grab, like I found that grabbing whatever is the first thing on the counter nearly, like a fruit or something, because I get myself
Mm-hmm.
so hungry because I don't
Mm-hmm.
have time to like really, do something. And then I get a blood sugar so low that I know I have to eat something,
Right.
and
And then you
get that
just grab.
up. Yeah. So that's,
Mm-hmm.
that was like a few pretzel sticks here and there, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, which,
Okay.
just to level up and get myself to make the meal. But so that's just because, I have 3 kids, everybody goes different directions, and, it's just a
Yeah.
challenging week. That's all.
Okay. Did you meal prep for this week?
I did. So it's a
Okay.
little bit easier, but it's still like, I don't like when it's like prepped in a containers. So I still have
Mm-hmm.
everything in a separate, like more
Mm-hmm. So you
together,
have to
and I
kind of
put
scoop
it
it
on the
out.
plate. Yes. So then
Gotcha. Okay.
I have a weird house where I have kitchen upstairs, and I have, limited space in the fridge. So I have to go downstairs, bring it up, portion by them.
Okay. I see.
So
I see. I
that was,
see.
yeah, that was the challenge this week. But so I'm trying to do my best, but I
Mm-hmm.
definitely reached out this week for the protein bars in
Okay.
between, just to like, hold over.
Okay, so the only thing I'll say with the protein bars, generally, protein bars okay. Some protein bars can be higher in fat, so that's something I heard you say 2 net carbs. So 2 net carbs is great. 20 grams of
Yeah.
protein, great.
So I
Make
went to
sure.
the Quest Quick, whatever it's that
Okay.
protein bars, because
Mm-hmm.
they have the like the least amount of junk in them.
Okay.
Yeah, like, as far as like the clean ingredients,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have sugar. And
Okay.
they have only 2 grams of net carbs. Some of them they have 3 grams of net carbs,
Mm-hmm.
so it's really low count. And they each
Mm-hmm.
have 18 to 20 grams of
Of protein.
protein. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. 80%, I like it. As long as we're in that 80% minimum, then very good. You seem to have a good handle. It doesn't sound like you've that 20% consists of anything too far off plan. So,
No, just a little bit, like, and it's hard because, when you have the whole family eating something, you just wanted a
mhm.
bite or even a taste, and
Right.
that all adds up too,
It
if
sure
you're not gonna
does.
be careful, that adds up too.
It sure does. Okay, cool. Thank you, Miss Agnes. Miss Naomi, how are you looking as far as compliance? Are we sticking to the plan 80%, maybe 90? Tell me where
Oh,
you feel
I'm
like you're
in
falling.
week 2. I would have to give myself probably a 75% because the first week I was sick and I actually missed a bunch of meals, so I was like soup for 3 days. So I
Okay, what
would,
about this week?
but this week, which we're in Wednesday now, so I would
Mhm.
give myself an 80%. I missed a meal one day, and then I don't know if we said anything about drinks, but I feel like I've had like a sweet tea. So some of the drinks I've had to try to be careful with.
Okay. Yeah. So we definitely want to be careful with drinks, especially drinks where the first word is sweet. Because we don't want to, it's very easy to drink the calories and not even there's no work involved in drinking as much work as involved in chewing, a cookie or a muffin. Like you feel every second of that. You feel every action that leads from food going into the mouth to food settling in the stomach. Whereas with a drink, especially in this heat, that drink you could guzzle that down and not think twice about it. So those calories are definitely there, and they will definitely add up. So we want to stick with water primarily, of course, but you can go and there's almost every drink that exists, there's almost a diet version or a zero version of it. So if you are a sugary drink type of person, if you like that kind of thing, and this goes for everybody, I highly recommend finding that sugar-free version or that zero-calorie version that tickles your fancy so that you don't let beverage calories be the thing that's keeping you back from, max results. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Have you tried like there's the Mio and the Crystal Light and stuff like that. Have you tried those things?
Yeah, so I actually really love club soda, sparkling water, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So those are my favorite. I don't honestly, I'd have to go downstairs to look at the can. It's one of those low sugar sweet teas, but I'm just thinking like I would prefer to be on an all water phase. So
Mhm.
that's where I feel like I slipped up. It's like probably like it's like 4 calories of in the sweet tea, but even still I try to
Okay.
eliminate because I don't even know what the sweeteners are that are in there.
Yeah, yeah. That ingredients label is super important. Well, if you don't mind sending me a picture of what you have, just so
Yes.
we can make sure it's not like, completely derailing. But for everybody, if water is not like your favorite thing, or you need a little, you prefer a little flavor to your beverage, then, and if you have anything that you like Coach Bree, she likes the I'm not trying to put her business out here, but it's good. She likes, there's like a sun kissed, but it's a 0 calorie sun kiss, like the orange soda kind of drink. I haven't tried it, but she seems to she enjoys it. So if you guys have anything like that that you feel like, it gets you there, it scratches that
So I
itch.
did just, sorry to interrupt. I did just
Mhm.
look it up. It's called Ryle and it's 5 calories. But the main thing I was saying was I do want to stick with the all
Water.
water. Yeah, I like
Okay.
water. I love water.
Yeah. Yeah. We have to develop our water addiction sometimes and then get it to stick. But okay, very good, very good. And then Miss Katie, how are we looking as far as compliance
I would say
percentage?
like in the 90s because I haven't eaten anything off of the list and I always just drink water anyways. It's been
Good.
pretty easy for me because I'm a creature of habit, so I just made a bunch
Mhm.
of turkey and then like on Sunday and then I portion it out like at night and then I put it in the oven in the morning. So like when I'm getting ready. So
Mhm.
that's been pretty easy. That's my like breakfast and lunch. And then let's see. Oh, but I've missed like adding here and there, like I'll just have like the protein and the vegetable and I won't add like the carb or just because I'll be full because it's kind of like a lot more
Mhm.
to eating. But I have been
Mhm.
a lot hungrier like for it. At first
Yeah.
it was kind of a lot just because I wasn't used to eating that much, and then
Mhm.
but now I've got it in kind of a routine. I think to where like um my schedule's kind of weird though because like sometimes I'll work till midnight and then work again at 7 in the morning,
Mhm.
like night to morning shifts. So I just try to pack for 2 meals, whatever it is, wherever I'm at.
Okay. I got you. I got you. Okay, that's good. I'm happy to know that your appetite is ramping up. That means the metabolism is running and it's is wanting fuel. So that's
Yeah, and I
good.
mean, like that was one of my goals in the first place was just to have more energy, and
Mhm.
I guess I just wasn't eating that much anyways, so I do feel like
Mhm.
more energy from it.
Yay. Good,
Like
good,
no brainer,
good.
but it just I don't know.
Perfect. That's good. That's great news. And I let everybody know, like, in terms of priority for that plate. This is for everybody, especially if sometimes the meals feel like too much. Protein, most important. Veggies, next important. Carbs are very important. But if something doesn't get eaten, our bodies typically have enough sugar stored away to use as energy that if we don't eat the carbs or get the carbs in for one meal or the other, we're going to be okay. But we definitely don't want to skimp on the protein, and we want the veggies for the fiber and the nutrients to keep things moving along and keep our bodily functions in general from head to toe on point. So I'm happy to hear that. Good job, Katie.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know why every now and then these different icons decide not to show up, but TikTok is supposed to be there and so is Instagram. And this is just a way, if you've looked through, the recipe suggestions from Prestige Labs and from Bamboo, and you still looking for something more, some more variety. You're seeing recipes as you scroll through social media and you think it looks amazing. This is okay. The only thing we want to do is send a copy over to me to make sure that it aligns with the meal plan. And if it doesn't, then 9 times out of 10, we can make modifications to make it align with the meal plan. For instance, if there's cheese in a recipe, and we know that cheese is not on the meal plan, but cottage cheese is, then we can find a way to adapt cottage cheese to check the box and scratch the itch for whatever has us excited about that recipe, if that makes sense. Or if there's a fattier beef, we already know that we are approved to have 93% lean beef. So things like that, we'll make modifications to amazing recipes so that we can still enjoy that amazing recipe and still be on plan, be compliant. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. So that was my little cheat thing this week, but I was trying to make it. I found a recipe and I did it. You know, the chocolate mousse that we were talking about? So I found the recipe for the one with the pumpkin. So I blended cottage cheese with like the 2 tablespoons of pumpkin puree and added some pumpkin spice, like the cinnamon and nutmeg or whatever is that called, the spice, like the pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
And put it, and blended that and put it in the fridge. All came out so good. It's like the, and a little sweetener, and that's your like best. My daughter was eating, like she ate the rest of it, it was a great, like a pumpkin fix, but I was like, okay, pumpkin, it's not on the list, and I'm like,
right.
but
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, like, I'm like 2 tablespoons, can you cheese?
Yes, pumpkin is not on the list. However, I really like that idea. 2 tablespoons. So here's the thing. Pumpkin as your 1 cup serving with your dinner is absolutely like out of the question. But 1 to 2 tablespoons in a protein snack.
Yeah, and that comes back to like a 2 servings of it, so it's not even like, so it's maybe like a 1 tablespoon really for a serving. And came out so good, and they have a 0 like whipped cream. So if you put like a dash on it, it's just like it cut the craving for the sweets.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. If we're going for 80% compliance and somewhere in that 20% is a tablespoon of pumpkin, I'm 100% okay with that. It's not like it's a pumpkin spice latte with all the sugar, or a slice of pumpkin pie.
It's just for the color, I guess. And then the pumpkin spice, I bought it like the ready spices, for like a pumpkin pie. And I just added that, and I was adjusting the taste, and a little bit of the sweetener and a little bit of the vanilla extract, which is nothing in that has any calories. I mean, I counted, so it came up to like a 3/4 cup, which is like a half a serving, so it's like almost like a snack. And I counted, it comes back to like around 100 calories.
Okay, and how much protein?
So that will be 12 plus, let's say 8, so that's 20, so 10 grams of protein per serving.
10 grams per serving? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. And then if we could, with that or with any
No, it's gonna be more. Sorry, no, it's gonna be more because that's just for yogurt. Because I added a little bit of yogurt, to it. So plus the cottage cheese, whatever it's in a cup of the cottage cheese.
Okay, so you did yogurt and cottage cheese.
Yeah, a little bit of the yogurt. Yeah, and a pumpkin, and added because otherwise the cottage cheese is a little bit too firm to blend it.
Okay, gotcha.
But settles like a mousse.
Another mousse recipe. So if anybody needs like mousse recipes, high protein mousse recipes, Miss Agnes is on a roll. She had a chocolate one last week. She's got pumpkin this week. So next week we're probably gonna have a new flavor. So she's gonna be our person that we go to.
I just love sweet, so we have to cut
Yeah,
some.
we have to find something to satisfy that. So I love that. Miss Agnes, if you could, did you post that recipe to the Facebook group last time?
No, I'm so bad about stuff like that. I have to, I have to find where it's the actual. I do everything by feel and touch, like I never follow
Okay.
100%. That's why I cannot bake to save my life,
Okay,
because
I
I
got
just
you.
like I adjust how I go, so it's not really like I don't want to tell somebody to add that much or this much, because I kind
Fair
of
enough.
go, I kind of go like eye measuring more than,
Okay.
like, when I measure like the protein or something, I measure the half a cup of rice or whatever. But with stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, when you're experimenting, it's kind of hard to have the exact measurements because I think that,
Okay.
I found the
Okay.
recipe online, but they had
It
it, I had
takes
to tweak it there.
You
So
had to tweak it. Okay, I got you. Well, when you get that recipe perfected and then you figure
yeah.
out how much of everything, make sure you share that with us so
Yeah.
we can try out these tasty things. So the last thing we're gonna go around, if you're committed to meal prepping this weekend, so getting those groceries shopped for and starting at least half of your meal prep, following your meal plan, attending your sessions and completing your homework, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up if you're committed to
Thumbs up.
checking those boxes. Miss Agnes, I see you.
How do you do the thumbs up?
You
A
know what?
reaction?
Just tell me, Naomi, if your thumb is up.
Thumb is up.
Oh, I see it.
I
There it
see.
is. All right. Miss Katie, thumbs up for you?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Any questions or concerns?
I do have a question. What is the difference between this Zoom and the Zoom that I just saw in the chat? This is Thursdays and Sundays.
This says Sundays. Okay. So this Zoom used to be on Thursdays and it needs to be updated in the chat because it's still saying Thursdays instead of Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's why I almost didn't come because I was like, oh, that must be an error.
Yeah, that is an error. It needs to be updated to say Wednesdays. And then Sunday, the triathlon challenge that's going on for members who aren't in their 8 weeks, they are hopping on Sundays to do a check-in. So that doesn't apply to us. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Any other
Yeah.
questions or concerns before I let you guys go? Crickets, crickets.
I don't have any.
All right, cool.
No, I think we're
So
good.
all right, perfect. Well, don't forget, nobody's on their 8 weeks, so disregard that part. But on Saturdays, we have boot camp at 8 a.m. and we have Savage Sunday on Sundays. Boot camp is at Bamboo and Savage Sunday is at Ormond Beach Middle School on the track. It's open to the community. It's free. Savage Sunday is. I think boot camp is $10 drop in for friends or family or guests. But that's all that I have for you guys. Thank you guys for coming, showing up to the meeting, getting this check-in, and I'm looking forward to seeing homeworks getting checked off, and I'm looking forward to seeing those screenshots from your walks and your runs. So if y'all don't have any,
I have a question. Do we need to send those every time we finish?
no, you don't.
Oh,
Not
okay.
necessarily. You can. Every now and then I'm gonna ask. So as long as you can go back and find it, that way we can make sure that the progress is being made. But you don't have to send it every time unless you want to.
Okay, I've been saving them. I just didn't know if there was a place we were designated to upload them each time or.
Yeah, not really. You can just shoot it to me in the chat. Wednesdays I'll come in and I'll check in. So you could always send it to me on Wednesdays when I start asking questions.
Okay.
Okay. All right, everybody. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow or for your next session.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.